Each afternoon, after school, Aurora and Lucas would meet by the lake, where the gentle waves seemed to cradle their youthful love. The lake, surrounded by trees and lotus flowers, was their refuge, a place where they promised to be together forever. One afternoon, fascinated by the beauty of a lotus flower floating on the surface, Aurora asked Lucas to bring it to her. Without hesitation, he smiled and jumped into the water, determined to fulfill her wish. But just as his fingers brushed the largest and most beautiful flower, a mysterious force pulled him into the depths of the lake. Horrified, Aurora watched as Lucas disappeared before her eyes. Desperate, she began to shout, calling for Lucas and pleading for help. But there was no one around to hear her. Realizing she could do nothing to save him, she ran home, distraught. There, she told her parents what had happened, and soon, Lucas's parents were informed. A legal investigation began, and while the process unfolded, Aurora was placed under house arrest. The people in town began to doubt her, which plunged her into deep sadness, feeling alone and devastated by the loss of her boyfriend. Taking advantage of the fact that her parents were at work, one afternoon, she dared to return to the lake. She sat on the stone where they used to meet, lost in thought. Suddenly the water stirred, and Lucas emerged from the depths. Though he was still himself, he was no longer fully human. Lucas explained that a woman, the evil spirit of the lake, had turned him into a half-man, half-fish creature for taking one of her flowers. Aurora, heartbroken by the injustice of his situation, embraced him tightly. As time passed and she realized she had to return home before her parents came back from work, an overwhelming sadness washed over her at the thought of leaving Lucas and facing the judgment of the town. In that moment, as she hugged him, tears fell from her eyes and dropped into the lake. At that instant, the lake began to glow and something unexpected happened. Lucas's tail slowly disappeared, restoring his human legs. The two young lovers, now together and free, looked at each other, unsure of what the future would hold. They didn't know if the town would believe their story, but one thing was certain. Their love was stronger than any adversity. True love not only survives distrust and pain, but also has the power to turn the impossible into reality.